about suffering? Is it worth it to God?
Is it worth it to God that we suffer?
No, all of it. Like the point of all of this.
There's great point to all of it. Everything we go through, everything we struggle with, every experience we have that's a hardship, it stacks up the credits. It really does. What we go through here matters up there, okay? Greatly. People are watching from up there, the angels, God. You're always watched and you're always seen, okay? So in your suffering, you're always seen. You're never alone.
So my question is humanity still on track for the rebirth that you and SOC outlined in Life-Changing Foods? And if so, how are we doing? And what can we do to stay aligned with rebirthing a compassionate world?
You know, a lot of things are happening in the world that are shifting things, you know? So I think there's potential of good things to happen in this world in the future. It's just one day at a time. I think willpower and free will have everything to do with it. Mm-hmm. So I think we're on track. Okay?
What can we do, like tips?
Well, first of all, anything you do for yourself, taking care of yourself, makes you stronger, healthier, makes you clear of mind.
Guys, we can get a picture.
Then you can help others, and then you can help others. Can I sign this?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I understand. The challenges, they just seem to be always there, especially when you have a very bright light. Okay? Then you get challenged more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The better of a person you are, the more you get challenged. Keep that in mind too. And if you're a truly, sacred soul with the utmost integrity and compassion, you'll get challenged even more. It's just the way it works here. It's so strange. It's so strange. You get people that are not good people, they never get challenged. Until they have a heart attack or something down the road, whatever it is. They don't get challenged the same way. But just, keep on fighting the good fight.
Thank you.
You're working for God, right?
I work for God.
Okay. I wanted your thoughts on the most effective actions we can take, individually and collectively, to shift the world in a positive direction. In addition to healing ourselves and helping others to heal, what can we do to just move the world
darkness is afraid of light, and darkness is behind so much on this planet. Look at all the destruction.
Yeah.
Right? Just envision, how darkness is weak and it has no strength.
Yeah.
It's all a facade.
Yeah.
And because light can stomp it out, and you just see light when you want to see light. You just send light where you want to send it, okay?
Cool.
Believe it or not, that is so powerful. People don't know that if everybody did that, the world would change.
I want to know the purpose. I want to know the meaning of life. I just want to know.
Big part, listen, the meaning of life has a few things all wrapped up in one, and one is having compassion for animal life.
Oh.
Okay. Think having compassion for seals, having compassion, right, for animal life, dogs and cats.
Yeah.
And there's because people they shut that they act like they have compassion for animal life, but they have a shut-off switch in there, and in the end they care more about themselves. And and the meaning of life is to, of course, have respect for yourself. Of course, all that's involved, but having that true compassion for animal life, that is one of the secrets to the meaning of life.
And I'm so happy that I heard what you said about compassion and the meaning of life. Oh. Can you keep going? So compassion for dog. I love
that's
dogs
a big.
I'm too emotional about.
That's a big piece of the meaning of life. That is a very big piece. It's having the utmost respect for life itself, and I think that's lost. I think that's missing in, believe it or not. People enjoying their life doesn't mean that that's what that means. Of course you want to enjoy your life, but people get confused where enjoying your life becomes the meaning of life. It's more than that. It's having that respect for life itself, and that's something different. And the more kindness acts, the more compassionate acts you do for others, it comes back to you. It really does. It's very healing. We're doing this because we want to build up that heart record of compassion. We want it as big as it can get before we leave here.
It's an actual job. Yes, it is, but it's the best job there is. It's the best, funnest, most exciting, fulfilling job there is, most purposeful job there is building up that heart record of compassion. Compassion doesn't die. Once you've built it up, it cannot die, it cannot disintegrate, and it doesn't go away. It stays there in your record. And as that heart record grows, your soul, it ages. Now, when the soul ages, it's beautiful, it's wondrous. So your soul can get age to it from doing these acts of kindness.
I have a question. All the terrible things that happen to the animals on this planet, it eats me up inside.
Me too.
How do I deal with that?
That's a sore spot for me, truly, because that's, that's a really sad thing. Truly a sad thing. It's, God takes care of them. When they leave and they've been, wronged and injustice upon the animals, God truly takes care of them when they leave. Get some good food. You're going to get... Spirit of Compassion says the meaning of life, okay, is what happens when we leave here. That's the meaning of life. So that's the key right there. Everything we do down here, in the end, is for when we leave. I'm sure that's not helping right now because there's a lot more information Spirit of Compassion can give me on that and that I'm receiving right now too. But that's the short of it. Everything we do down here matters for when we leave. That's the meaning of life. Right there. Any good thing you do, even on the smallest level, and you're doing it from your heart, on the smallest level or big level, whatever it is, anything you're doing, okay? Just remember, it all counts when we leave here. The meaning of life is to get to that point for when we leave, right? And so that's a big thing right there. And I'm just giving you that little tidbit. And someday I'll talk about a lot more too. Sandra says, like being a good person. Yeah, definitely. I know you guys are all good people. Every little thing you do, doesn't matter what it is, and it has a good intention to it, matters to when we leave here. You save a worm on the sidewalk, and that's all you can do, is you see a worm floundering on the sidewalk, and all you can do is just grab that worm before it gets dried out and it loses its existence and its life. And you take that worm and you dig a little spot in the dirt and you put that worm down in that dirt. That right there means everything to when we leave here. To when we leave here. There's this moment in time as we're leaving here where all those things come to us. Right in between leaving, right on that phase where we're just about to leave, whenever that is in our lives. Now, right when we're about to leave, you see it. You see every worm you saved. You see everything you've done with good intention. Right? So many people, even if you're in that condition, you do one good deed, one little thing. It gets shown to you by the angels before you leave. Right before we leave here, I can tell you this, and I can talk about this for hours and hours and days, because I know a lot more information, right, from SOC. But right when we leave here, every good intention, good thing you've done on the smallest level gets visual in your soul, and you see it. Doesn't matter if your eyes are closed, doesn't matter if your eyes are open, doesn't matter if you're not even all there, but you see it all, and you see every good deed you did, every little thing you did, and it matters when you leave here. And that's just part of it. There's more to it than this, and I can tell you guys another time about when we do leave here. It's not similar to karma. It's about the soul itself. So it's not about karma in the end. Because I'm not saying you get punished if you don't do good deeds or anything like that. So it's not a karma thing. What happens is it's about your soul. That's what it is. Everything we do here, the meaning of life, is healing and perfecting the soul for when we leave. Because our soul lives on. Okay? We're just in this temple for the moment. And that moment's quick. Billions of years go by. That moment's quick. So.
But time goes by quick. 100 years from now, we all leave. 150 years from now, we're all leaving. And when that time happens, enlightenment is critical. So check this out. I'll read this. No one realizes what the term enlightenment means. It means enough goodness and consciousness and compassion when you're alive that it lightens your soul so you rise when you die. So enlightenment is really a description of an elevating soul after you pass away. A soul that travels upward. That's what enlightenment truly means, Spirit of Compassion says. The more enlightened that soul is, your soul, the more it gravitates upwards. So you're not stuck here. So you don't stay here. So the more enlightened your soul is, the more it gravitates upwards. So you're not stuck here. The term enlightenment really means the soul is lightweight and not held down by the gravity of despair and darkness and despicable nature. The gravity of trickery and deceit, that bears weight on the soul and keeps the soul heavy and keeps the soul down. So after we die, our soul is weighted down with that deceit and that trickery. It's weighted down by that gravity of that despair. The soul is lightweight and not held down by the gravity of despair and darkness and despicable nature, the gravity of trickery and deceit, of constant betrayal. Enlightenment means spring up. It means spring up. Even if, as a living person, a soul experienced betrayals and battles within darkness, they could still rise up. That doesn't stop them from rising up. When someone is not a good person, so that's different. When someone is not a good person, just think about that for a second. You're a good person. You're a good person. But when someone's not a good person, their soul bears that weight. It's not lightened. So when somebody's a bad person, a terrible person, cold-hearted, just a really bad person, their soul's going to bear that weight. They're not going to spring up. It's holding toxic baggage. Not the type of baggage of what happens or what happened to the soul, the baggage of what that soul has become. That's what it is. True enlightenment is compassion and understanding someone's suffering. That makes the soul extremely light so it springs upward fast with the help of angels possibly, versus a soul being weighted down.